So I did a lot of digging, and what I'm about to reveal to you about Justice Omotosho, the judge handling Nnamdi Kanu's case, will shock you. So I advise you, if you are not ready to watch this video till the end, just go and come back. If you are eating, if you are cooking, if you are washing clothes, round it up or go and finish up and come back, so that you will not skip any bit of it. Let's go on. So by now, many of you know that he is the one handling Nnamdi Kanu's case. And for you to know, all judges are not the same. Many judges have histories and the way they handle cases. So it was very important for me to go deep and search his history of the cases he has handled in the past and how the verdict went. This is because there is a popular proverb that says, you can know the taste of a food by the aroma coming from the kitchen. As it stands now, Nnamdi Kanu's freedom depends on 1, God in heaven, and 2, the trial judge, Justice Omotosho. Whatever he decides in that court is law. That is why it's important for you to understand the kind of judgments he has given in the past, which will guide you to know both his sentiments, his ideology, and his pattern in dishing out monumental judgments. So please like, share, and if it is your first time, subscribe to my channel, and don't forget to turn on notification bell. So the big question is Justice Omotosho worth all the hype? Is he really who we think he is? I'll read. Justice James Omotosho is a Nigerian judge of the Federal High Court, known for delivering bold and consequential judges, especially in political charged and constitutional matters. His verdicts have earned him growing public attention for their perceived fairness and impact on Nigeria's democratic and legal landscape. Some notable life-saving or influential judgments. Listen. On reinforcement of fundamental human rights, Justice Omotosho has been commended for rulings that emphasize constitutional rights and civil liberties. He has on occasions ruled against government's overreach, defending citizens' rights to fair treatment, bail, and freedom from unlawful detentions. On landmark rulings on political party primaries, he delivered several verdicts regarding intra-party disputes, especially involving major parties like APC and PDP. His decisions in these cases often helped clarify legal gray areas and protected the rights of candidates on who might otherwise have been unjustly excluded from the ballots. On anti-corruption and accountability, Omotosho has ruled on sensitive cases involving corruption allegation, political office holders, and public funds, ensuring due process is followed while balancing the public interest in transparency. On judicial independence, his boldness in delivering verdicts that may go against powerful interests has been seen by many as a signal of growing judicial independence. Some of these judgments arguably save lives, metaphorically, by protecting democracy, curbing impunity, and preventing political violence sparked by electoral justice. This is just the beginning of what I digged out. I am still going further to cite you 3 cases that will shock you. Listen carefully. 3 cases now. I'm going to read for you 3 cases that Justice Omotosho gave judgment in. Number 3 will leave you stunned. You will not believe it was Omotosho that actually gave that number 3 judgment. So listen carefully. I'm going to read out for you now the 3 shocking judgments where Omotosho was the judge, and you will not believe particular number 3. Let's go. Number 1, his ruling against National Broadcasting Commission's power to impose fines on any broadcast stations, TV stations indiscriminately. This thing happened in May 2023. In a significant decision, Justice Omotosho held that the NBC lacked the constitutional authority to impose fines on broadcast stations, TV stations, radio stations. Anyhow, he set aside the 500,000 fines they imposed on 45 stations, stating that the NBC, not being a court of law, could not exercise judicial powers. The judgment reinforced the separation of powers and protected media freedom. This is number one. I am shocked because I remember this particular event. Yes, when the NBC just fined TV stations anyhow. And somehow I heard that the court overruled that decision. And I never got to know who the judge was until I started digging now, and I found out it was actually Omotosho who gave this ruling. Now, it will shock you to note that these corporations are governments, are federal governments. You understand? They are also federal government owned. And the directors of these institutions have they have influence and power to maybe even, lobby their way through the courts and get favorable judgment. You can imagine the amount of money this 500,000 times 45 stations would have meant for the NBC at that moment. And the judge having the mind, the power to strike it off. It was no mean feat, I tell you. Because he's like shorting government of income, of revenue. That was a very bold and courageous move by Justice Omotosho as at that time. And it must be commended. Having said that, let's go on. Wait for number 3. You will be shocked. Number 2, striking down on laws that were created that would deny tax debtors, citizens of the right to appeal, tax debts. This thing happened on November 2023. The judge, Omotosho, struck down provisions in the tax-related laws that required tax debtors to pay 50% of the disputed amounts before they even appeal the assessment. The judge ruled that it is injustice, and such provisions were unconstitutional as they infringe on the fundamental human rights of citizens, and it removed their right to fair hearing, ensuring access for justice for taxpayers. This is number 2. And you can see it clearly. On the second occasion now, he has stood for the side of the people, of the masses. Because somehow it looks as if the FIRS wanted to enforce that people who are owing debt, of tax, they will be forced to pay 50% of that debt before they even go to appeal the debt itself. And the judge felt that this is injustice. This looks like, kind of like a bully. It's bullying the people, bullying the masses, and it's not going to be of benefit. And the man looked at a whole FIRS and ruled against them, favor of the masses. You can imagine how many judges can do that in this country today. FIRS had everything in power to go and lobby the judge, and the judge maybe can say, oh, I have friends in FIRS, the revenue generating institution, and decide to make friends with them against the people, which you see happen. I know how much he would have made if he sold out. But this man kept to the law. This man kept to his principle. I don't know what kind of person this man is, but it looks as if this man is a man of principle. Let's keep on going to number 3 now. And this number 3 is going to actually shock you. So before we go on, please, I repeat, take your time to like this video, share this video, turn on notification button, and subscribe to this channel if this is your first time. Because on this channel, we tell only the truth without fear or favor. It doesn't matter. Now, let's go on to number 3. Are you ready for number 3? Say you are ready. Say I am ready. Say it again. Okay, let's go. Number 3 is this. Acquittal and discharging and setting free of 50 IPOB suspects on terrorism charges. This happened on November 2024. Justice Omotosho discharged and acquitted 50 individuals accused of terrorism-related offenses linked to the indigenous people of Biafra. He ruled that the prosecution failed to establish a prima facie case, noting that items like calabash, cowries, and other things presented as evidence were cultural artifacts not weapons of terrorism. This verdict was seen as a defense of civil liberties and due process. Wow. This happened November 2024. People only heard about it, but nobody knew it was Omotosho that handled that case. So it was Omotosho. So it was him. No. Please, at this point, I think Omotosho deserves, thank you in the comment section. Comment something favorable and nice to Omotosho, because so far you can see that this man is an upright man. It would have been easier for him to send them to the prison, but he chose to close his eyes like the eyes of justice is blind and look at the facts only, and having seen that there is no evidence to pin those 50 IPOB to any crime, he chose to set them free. Oh, Omotosho, I will say it clear. From what I have discovered about you, you are a good man. Please type it there. Just Omotosho. Thank you. You can type any good comments about him. Please, this act alone on this IPOB is even enough for you to know that this man means well. He's a good man. And that shows you the judgment that he has been dishing out recently in favor of Nnamdi Kanu. It shows you, because some people were saying, I can't be quick to judge you. These people. Let me tell you, you can only tell the taste of a food by the smell in the kitchen. Look at the smell in the kitchen so far. He has been on this for long. It's not today. You can see now. That's why I brought it out, because I wanted to actually know also if this man is actually genuine, or if there could also be some little, scripts going on, just like you. And can't you see, it's obvious that this man is actually genuine. Having said that, please be kind to Omotosho. Be thankful to him because of his character so far. He looks like an upright man and behaves like one. And in all this, I could say that Justice Omotosho actually bases his judgment on one, evidence. If you don't have evidence in his court, sorry. So all these things that the federal government lawyers are doing, I'm just watching them because it seems they don't know Omotosho. They think that maybe he's one of those judges that Buhari was throwing in the courts anyhow to do their bidding. You understand? If you don't have evidence in Omotosho's court, sorry for you. Also, I've seen that he doesn't use sentiment in his judgment. No. Forget sentiment in Omotosho's court. If you want to win a case based on sentiment, forget about it. You understand? He's the real face of justice in this country as it stands today. I am telling you, so far, all he knows is the law, and he sticks to the law. That is how he comes about this judgment so far that has shaken the judicial world. Also, Justice Omotosho is unbiased. He looks like a man that is ethnically clean and clear, unbiased, apolitical, not political, transparent, and doesn't have any sentiments to the court, any biased feelings to the court. So he doesn't look at you like you have a hair in one hand, you have two legs, you are a rich man, you are a poor man. That is Omotosho for you. Very clear, very unbiased in his court. Also, he is not afraid to give judgment against the federal government. He is not afraid of that one. He treats the federal government just like he treats any other person, a party to the suit. Finish. He is not afraid of them. He is not in awe of them, and he's not in reverence of them. He just does his job. And if you cannot handle that case, he'd rather to leave that case alone. And before he handles the case, I'm sure he normally says it clearly. If you won't allow me to handle this case the way I want, please don't give it to me. That's the kind of judge Omotosho is. And that is the kind of person he is, naturally. You can't change yourself as a person. You can't change yourself as a human being. This is who he is. With this evidence I have brought today, with this discovery and digging I have brought today, it is clear, at least if not for anyone, for releasing those 50 IPOB members. I'm telling you the fact, you won't understand. It shows that this man, he get mind, he has guts. So let me read this. In Justice Omotosho's court, the absence of credible evidence and adherence to due process can lead to the dismissal of cases. Of your case. Let me say it again for those that are not here. In Justice Omotosho's court, the absence of credible evidence and adherence to due process can lead to the dismissal of your case, regardless of your political, social implications. His rulings serve as a reminder that the rule of law prevails and that justice must be grounded in concrete evidence and constitutional safeguards. We are at the peak right now. And so far, you can see with this now, it is clear that Nnamdi Kanu is going to walk home. With this judge I see, Nnamdi Kanu is walking free. I don't have any fear about that one. Because so far, it aligns with all his beliefs and all his principles. And everything so far so good is working. The trial after trial alone will show you that this man does not work on sentiment. It was so obvious that, look, I told you, this man is saying, I heard it in the audio, that he's saying that he doesn't have his lawyers. I will take it into what? Consideration. Shikina. He told you from beginning that I heard when this man was saying it in the audio, in the video, that Nnamdi Kanu was shouting it to, that I don't have my lawyers here. And you kept on doing the interview. Omotosho has known from the beginning that he will strike out that evidence. You cannot try him in his court. You can't try him in his court. Omotosho, God bless you and protect you and keep you. You are a good man. Type it like that, no problem. Add anything you want to add. Type it. He deserves it. He deserves it. Okay, let's keep on going. Thank you all for listening. God bless you all and keep you strong. We'll keep on doing this time after time. I have been your host, Chi Nay Do. Sign out to your favorite show, Direct on the Spot, the show where we hit it hard and hot on matters of concern that shape and affect our daily lives. Till I see you next video, peace.